welcome to a historic market wrap for Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. Well, we did it. Dow 20,000 with conviction, I must say. There was a rally this morning in the futures. I mean, the way you saw things, you just knew that it was going to happen. And it's very exciting to see this milestone broken. However, it's also important to refocus and see, you know, what the fundamentals look like. Earnings are looking strong. Things are looking good. The VIX is near a 2-year low, or it is at a 2-year low. And to some people, they say don't worry about it, but some other people say it's a sign of complacency. I tend to agree in the latter. There are some headwinds, like one analyst said today. This is in the seventh inning stretch of the bull market, so it is exciting. I mean, we're going through history here. This is a very historical time. We should clap for it. We did it. We made it. And, to some of you out there, you may not realize the last time when we broke 10,000 was 1999. So this has been, just about 17, 18 years to go through 10,000 points. It's pretty substantial. It used to be back in the day, you're breaking 1,000 points a month. Things are slowing down. One thing is disconcerting is that there is a lot of lack of participation in individuals and families in the equity markets lately. I think it's time, and I feel that as more people see this, milestone, they get excited and revved up about it. Anyway, let's get into the historical day, shall we? We have records across the board. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, I get chills saying this, closed up 155.80 points. You ready for this one? At 20,068.51. Yay! Or up 0.78%. A record, of course. The NASDAQ Composite also at a record. 5655.34, up 55.38 points, or 0.99%. The S&P 500, also a record, up 18.30 points to 2298.37. Next level of resistance is at 2300, so just 2 points shy, or up 0.80%. The small cap Russell 2000 closed up 14.04 points to 1383.25, or up 1.03%. So as you can see, this is a broad-based rally, which is good. It's healthy. Nice to see all this conviction going on. Let's get on to some other indices today. The NASDAQ 100 Triple Q is closed up 50.41 points to 5151.47. The S&P Mid-Cap, the percentage on that is also 0.99%. Sorry, I jumped ahead. The S&P Mid-Cap 400 Index closed up 14.02 points to 1711.20, or up 0.83%. The S&P Small Cap 600 Index closed up 8.86 points to 846.87, or up 1.06%. The NYSE Composite Index closed up 93.26 points to 11,342.54, or up 0.83%. The XAU, the Gold and Silver Index, closed down 1.52 points to 90.41. Let's change that because it just ticked one. It's down 1.50 points now to 90.41, or down 1.63%. Now, mind you, these numbers are not exactly settled, but they're slowing down, so there shouldn't be too much of a movement in them. And now we have the SOX Index, the semiconductors, up 13.14 points to 955.56, or up 1.39%. In the indices, last but not least, the VIX, the volatility index, closed down 0.36 points to 10.69, or down 3.43%. Let's get on to the currencies and commodities. Or no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's do market internals. Wow, this looks good. Market internals today. Total share volume on the New York Stock Exchange. 3.776 billion shares traded, of which 2.56 billion shares were advancing, 1.12 billion were declining, and 79 million shares were unchanged. Looking over at the NASDAQ stock market, total share volume, 1.91 billion shares traded, of which 1.338 billion was advancing, 541 million was declining, and 30 million shares were unchanged. Looking at the NYSE market, or Amex, which I just read today will be now known as NYSE American to bring back the heritage of the American Stock Exchange. Total share volume, 128 million shares traded, of which 56 million were advancing, 69 million were declining, and 2.2 million were unchanged. Looking at the advanced decline line or market breadth on the New York Stock Exchange, 1,947 issues were advancing, 1,080 were declining, and 92 were unchanged. So almost 2 to 1, so 19 to 10. Nice, very strong. On the NASDAQ stock market, 1,988 issues were advancing, 840 were declining, and 179 were unchanged. So again, 2 to 1. On the NYSE market, or Amex, 175 issues were advancing, 148 were declining, and 18 were unchanged. It's very interesting looking at the Amex, where you have positive market breadth, albeit slightly, nothing with conviction, but negative volume. Very interesting little tidbit on the internals. All right, so let's get into the currencies and commodities section versus the US dollar. We're starting off in the currencies. The euro, 1.0753, up 0.0020. Japanese yen, 113.26, down 0.52. And my favorite currency, the English pound, 1.2635, up 0.0114. The Australian dollar, 0.7569, or down 0.0014. And the Swiss franc, 0.9993, that's a tongue twister, down 0.0016. Going to the futures, West Texas Intermediate crude, 52.84, down 0.34, or down 0.64%. Brent North Sea crude, 55.19, down 0.25, or down 0.45%. Gold, 1202.40, down 11.2, or down 0.92%. Silver, 17 even, down 0.185, or down 1.08%. Very interesting move in gold. It's been now a week and a half low. I think people are starting to feel better. They're getting out of the flight to safety, flight to quality. Going into the equity index futures, Dow Jones future 20,002, up 158, or up 0.80%. S&P 500 future 2294.25, up 19.75, or up 0.67%. And last but not least, the 10-year bond down 14/32 of a point, yield to maturity at 2.518%. And that's up. So as you know, as the price goes down, the yield goes up. Anyway, guys, this has been a very historic and momentous day. Not for nothing, it being just a, major round number. I mean, 20,000. It's not like going to 21,000. This is different. But, however, again, I encourage you all to look at the fundamentals, the core. Yes, it's exciting. Yes, it's history. Yes, I got chills up my spine. But, however, we have to look at fundamentals. And I think it's going to be wonderful. Really wonderful. Do I think it has to correct? Yes. When? I can't tell you that right now. We just broke out. So we have to see if we'll triple top, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And please support me on Patreon. And I want to conclude by saying, never give up on your dreams. Always fight the good fight. Persevere through any obstacles life throws your way. And I assure you, you'll be successful. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.